Christopher Sanchez under 5.5 strikeouts. This bet is available at -121 over on Caesars Sportsbook. And first pitch today is at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time, where Philly is on the road taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Let's get right into this. As you can see here in the top left, Christopher Sanchez has been a pretty nice pitcher so far this season. He's in the top 83rd percentile of MLB in expected ERA. He's in the top 70th percentile in expected batting average. He's in the top 78% on chase percentage. He's a hair above average on his whiff percentage, and he's in the top 65% of the MLB in strikeouts, while keeping his base on balls in the bottom 35%. Sanchez basically only throws 3 pitches. He has not thrown his cutter yet a single time this year. Sanchez's 3-pitch mix is his sinker, changeup, and slider. Down below, you can find the number I got on Caesars Sportsbook, which is -121 on his under 5.5 strikeouts. On the bottom right, we can see that the wind is blowing out and that it's going to be about 75 degrees around game time. So with numbers like this, you're probably wondering, why are we going under on Sanchez Ks? Well, let's get into it a little bit by looking at this top center graphic. This is his 2024 starts. As you can see, he's cleared 3 times and gone very under twice. As we can see, these are both of his road starts, so I wanted to see if his road starts had any sort of trend. In the bottom left, I look at his last 30 starts. Sanchez going over an 11 out of 30 isn't too bad, but then we filter for away starts only, and that gives us the bottom right graphic. Going back to April 17th of 2002, Christopher Sanchez has only cleared over 5.5 Ks once. On top of that, he's only flirted with the line twice by getting 5 Ks. 12 of his last 15 away starts have had 3 Ks or less. So that tells me Sanchez tends to struggle with his K stuff on the road. So knowing that Sanchez struggles on the road with his K stuff, I went ahead and took a look at how the Los Angeles Angels fare against left-handed pitching. Props.cash has them right in the middle of the MLB pack at 13 with a 22.6% K rate versus left-handed pitching, but I wanted to dig into these numbers a little further. So I went to MLB.com and looked at all teams versus left-handed pitching. As you can see in the bottom left, the Los Angeles Angels are the #1 most strikeout adverse team against left-handed pitching so far this season, tied with the Mets and the Jays for least amount of Ks versus left-handed pitching. But there was something else that stood out to me, and that is that the Los Angeles Angels have faced the second least amount of left-handed pitching so far this season, only having 143 guys go to bat versus lefties so far this year, behind only the Brewers. So this is a relatively small sample size versus a team like the Mets, who has over 225 at-bats. Keeping it moving, I don't have official lineups, but according to props.cash, this is what the projected lineup looks like. And this graphic was kind of a mess, so I had to screenshot it on my tablet and cut it in 2, so apologies for that. But I got it lined up decently close so you can see each projected player's K percentage versus left-handed pitching in 2024. For me, there's only 4 really standout K targets here. And again, this is a limited sample size. What really put me over the top for the under Ks today is Phillies bullpen usage. If you look at this top graphic, this comes from Fangraphs. Fangraphs will give you each team's bullpen, and it will tell you on which days each bullpen arm pitched how many pitches and whether or not they record saves, holds, etc., etc. Quickly, how to read this is the first column after their designation of closer, setup man, or middle reliever is going to be the last date. So moving from left to right on the blue boxes here, we have Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, etc., etc. As you can see, Philly hasn't had to go their pen a whole ton. These guys are rested and ready to take the ball in case Sanchez is struggling. And one additional thing that helped sell me on the under is how LA has been doing against left-handed starting pitching so far this season. This bottom graphic is all of the closing lines filtered by left-handed pitchers only to face LA this season. As you can see, of the 5 left-handed starters that LA has faced, not a single one has gone over their Ks line. And while some of these guys might not be the best pitchers, Lodolo and Luzardo are no joke. They can absolutely deal, even though Luzardo is headed to the IL with an elbow issue. 10 days ago, a healthy Lodolo absolutely shoved and was still only able to get 6 Ks. And I took a good hard look at that one for plus money. So as a quick recap, I like Christopher Sanchez under 5.5 Ks. As a reminder, this is minus 121 on Caesars Sportsbook. Sanchez has a well-rested pen that's got his back. And the Los Angeles Angels are one of the least strikeout-prone teams against left-handed pitching in all of MLB. As a reminder, first pitch is at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. And that has been Oaks' Baseball Play of the Day. If you are interested in links to where I find all of this information, my research tools are posted right down here below, as well as links to my additional content. Please be sure to like and subscribe here on YouTube. As always, I look forward to seeing you at the window. Best of luck. Oaks out. Deuces.